Torah portion this week is entitled Devarim, which means words. The Torah is taken from Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1 through chapter 3, verse 22. The Haftarah is taken from the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verses 1 through 27. And the apostolic portion is taken from the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 1 through 22. Deuteronomy 1. These are the words which Moshe spoke to all Israel beyond the Jordan in the wilderness, in the desert plain opposite Suf, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban and Hatzeroth, and Dizahab, 11 days' journey from Horeb by way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea. And it came to be in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moshe spoke to the children of Israel, according to all that Yahovah had commanded him concerning them, after he had smitten Sihon, sovereign of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, sovereign of Bashan, who dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei. Beyond the Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moshe undertook to declare this Torah, saying, Yahovah our Elohim spoke to us in Horeb, saying, You have dwelt long enough at this mountain. Turn and set out on your way, and go into the mountains of the Amorites, and to all the neighboring places in the desert plain, in the mountains, and in the low country, and in the Negeb, and on the seacoast, to the land of the Canaanites, and to Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. See, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which Yahovah swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzhak, and to Jacob, to give to them and their seed after them. And I spoke to you at that time, saying, I am unable to bear you by myself. Yahovah your Elohim has increased you, and see, you are today as numerous as the stars of the heavens. Yahovah, Elohim of your fathers, is going to add to you 1,000 times more than you are, and bless you as he has spoken to you. How do I bear your pressure and your burden and your strife by myself? Choose men, wise and understanding, and known to your tribes, and let me appoint them as your heads. And you answered me and said, The word which you have spoken to us to do is good. And I took the heads of your tribes, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, leaders of thousands, and leaders of hundreds, and leaders of 50s, and leaders of 10s, and officers for your tribes. And I commanded your judges at that time, saying, When hearing between your brothers, judge righteously between a man and his brother, or the stranger who is with him. Do not show partiality in right ruling. Hear the small as well as the great. Do not be afraid of anyone's face, for the right ruling belongs to Elohim. And the case which is too hard for you, bring it to me, and I shall hear it. And I commanded you at that time all the words which you should do. Then we set out from Horeb, and went through all that great and awesome wilderness which you saw on the way to the mountains of the Amorites, as Yahovah our Elohim had commanded us. And we came to Kadesh Barnea, and I said to you, You have come to the mountains of the Amorites, which Yahovah our Elohim is giving us. See, Yahovah your Elohim has set the land before you. Go up and possess it, as Yahovah Elohim of your fathers has spoken to you. Do not fear, nor be discouraged. And all of you came near to me and said, Let us send men before us, and let them search out the land for us, and bring back word to us of the way by which we should go up, and of the cities into which we would come. And the matter was good in my eyes. So I took 12 of your men, 1 man from each tribe. And they turned and went up into the mountains, and came to the Wadi Eshcol, and spied it out. And they took some of the fruit of the land in their hands, and brought it down to us. And they brought back word to us, saying, The land which Jehovah our Elohim is giving us is good. But you would not go up, and rebelled against the mouth of Jehovah your Elohim, and grumbled in your tents, and said, Because Jehovah was hating us, he has brought us out of the land of Mitzrayim, to give us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us. Where are we going to? Our brothers have made our hearts melt, saying, The people are greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to the heavens. And we saw the sons of Anakim there too. Then I said to you, Have no dread or fear of them. Jehovah your Elohim, who is going before you, he does fight for you, according to all he did for you in Mitzrayim before your eyes. And in the wilderness, where you saw how Jehovah your Elohim has borne you, as a man bears his son, in all the way that you went until you came to this place. Yet in this matter you are putting no trust in Jehovah your Elohim, who is going before you in the way to seek out a place for you to pitch your tents, to show you the way you should go, in fire by night and in a cloud by day. And Jehovah heard the voice of your words, and was wroth, and took an oath, saying, Not one of these men of this evil generation shall see the good land of which I swore to give to your fathers, except Caleb, son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him and his children I give the land on which he walked, because he followed Jehovah completely. And Jehovah was enraged with me for your sakes, saying, You do not go in there either. Yehoshua, the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall go in there. Strengthen him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. And your little ones and your children, who you say are for a prey, who today have no knowledge of good and evil, they are going in there. And to them I give it, and they are to possess it. But you, turn and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Sea of Reeds. Then you answered and said to me, We have sinned against Jehovah. We ourselves are going up, and we shall fight, as Jehovah our Elohim commanded us. And when each one of you had girded on his battle gear, you were ready to go up into the mountain. And Jehovah said to me, Say to them, Do not go up nor fight, for I am not in your midst, lest you be smitten before your enemies. So I spoke to you, but you would not listen, and rebelled against the mouth of Jehovah, and acted proudly, and went up into the mountain. Then the Amorites who dwelt in that mountain came out against you, and chased you as bees do, and drove you back from Seir to Hormah. And you returned and wept before Jehovah, but Jehovah would not listen to your voice, nor give ear to you. So you dwelt in Kadesh many days, according to the days that you dwelt. Deuteronomy 2. Then we turned and set out into the wilderness, the way of the Sea of Reeds, as Jehovah spoke to me, and we went round Mount Seir many days. And Jehovah spoke to me, saying, You have gone around this mountain long enough. Turn northward, and command the people, saying, You are about to pass over into the border of your brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir, and they are afraid of you. So be on your guard. Do not strive with them, for I do not give you any of their land, no, not so much as one footstep, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau as a possession. What food you buy from them with silver you shall eat, and also what water you buy from them with silver you shall drink. For Jehovah your Elohim has blessed you in all the work of your hand. He has known your wandering through this great wilderness. These 40 years Jehovah your Elohim has been with you. You have not lacked any matter. And when we pass beyond our brothers, the descendants of Esau, who dwell in Seir, away from the way of the desert plain, away from Elath and Etzion Geber, we turned and passed over by way of the wilderness of Moab. And Jehovah said to me, do not distress Moab, nor stir yourself up against them in battle, for I do not give you any of their land as a possession, because I have given Ar to the descendants of Lot as a possession. The Emites had dwelt there formerly, a people as great and numerous and tall as the Anakim. They were also reckoned as Rephaites, like the Anakim, but the Moabites called them Emites. And the Horites formerly dwelt in Seir, but the descendants of Esau dispossessed them and destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their place, as Israel did to the land of their possession, which Jehovah gave them. Now, rise up and pass over the Wadi Zered. So we passed over the Wadi Zered. And the time we took to come from Kadesh Barnea until we passed over the Wadi Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of battle was consumed from the midst of the camp, as Jehovah had sworn to them. Also, the hand of Jehovah was against them, to destroy them from the midst of the camp, until they were consumed. And it came to be, when all the men of battle had finally perished from among the people, that Jehovah spoke to me, saying, this day you are to pass over at Ar, the boundary of Moab. And when you come near the children of Ammon, do not distress them, nor stir yourself up against them, for I do not give you any of the land of the children of Ammon as a possession, because I have given it to the descendants of Lot as a possession. That was also reckoned as a land of Rephaites. Rephaites formerly dwelt there, but the Ammonites called them Zamzummim, a people as great and numerous and as tall as the Anakim. But Jehovah destroyed them before them, and they dispossessed them and dwelt in their place, as he had done for the descendants of Esau who dwelt in Seir. When he destroyed the Horites from before them, they dispossessed them, and they dwelt in their place, even to this day. And the Awam who dwelt in villages as far as Azah, the Caphtorim who dwelt from Caphtor, destroyed them and dwelt in their place. Arise, set out, and pass over the Wadi Arnon. See, I have given into your hand Sihon the Amorite, sovereign of Heshbon and his land. Begin to possess it, and stir yourself up against him in battle. This day I began to put the dread and fear of you upon the peoples under all the heavens, who, when they hear the report of you, shall tremble and shake because of you. Then I sent messengers from the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon, sovereign of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, let me pass over through your land on the highway. I shall go on the highway and turn neither to the right nor to the left. What food you sell me for silver I shall eat, and what water you give me for silver I shall drink. Only let me pass over on foot, as the descendants of Esau who dwelt in Seir and the Moabites who dwelt in Ar did for me, until I pass over the Jordan to the land Jehovah our Elohim is giving us. But Sihon, sovereign of Heshbon, would not let us pass over, for Jehovah your Elohim hardened his spirit and strengthened his heart, to give him into your hand, as it is this day. And Jehovah said to me, see, I have begun to give Sihon and his land over to you. Begin to possess, in order to possess his land. And Sihon and all his people came out against us to fight at Yahatz. And Jehovah our Elohim gave him over to us. So we smote him and his sons and all his people. And we took all his cities at that time. And we put the men, women, and little ones of every city under the ban. We left none remaining. Only the livestock we took as plunder for ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we captured. From Aroer, which is on the edge of the Wadi Arnon, and the city that is by the Wadi, as far as Galad, there was not one city too high for us. Jehovah, our Elohim, gave all to us. Only you did not go near the land of the children of Ammon, everywhere along the Wadi Yabok, or to the cities of the mountains, or wherever Jehovah our Elohim had forbidden us. Deuteronomy 3, 1 through 22. Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan, and Og, sovereign of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. And Jehovah said to me, do not fear him, for I have given him and all his people and his land into your hand. And you shall do to him as you did to Sihon, sovereign of the Amorites, who dwelt at Heshbon. So Jehovah our Elohim also gave into our hands Og, sovereign of Bashan, with all his people, and we smote him until he had no survivors remaining. And we captured all his cities at that time. There was not a city which we did not take from them, 60 cities, all the district of Argob, the reign of Og in Bashan. All these cities were fenced with high walls, gates, and bars, besides a great many unwalled towns. And we put them under the ban, as we did to Sihon, sovereign of Heshbon, putting the men, the women, and the children, and every city under the ban. But all the livestock and the spoil of the cities we took as booty for ourselves. And at that time we took the land from the hand of the two sovereigns of the Amorites that was beyond the Jordan, from the Wadi Arnon to Mount Hermon. Sidonians call Hermon Sirion, and the Amorites call it Senir. All the cities of the plain, all Gilad, and all Bashan, as far as Salcah and Edrei, cities of the reign of Og in Bashan. For only Og, sovereign of Bashan, was left of the remnant of the Rephaites. See, his bedstead was an iron bedstead. Is it not in Rabbah of the children of Ammon, 9 cubits in its length, and 4 cubits its width, according to the cubit of a man? And this land, which we possessed at that time, from Aror, which is by the Wadi Arnon, and half the mountains of Gilad and its cities, I gave to the Reubenites and the Gadites. And the rest of Gilad and all Bashan, the reign of Og, I gave to half the tribe of Manasseh, all the district of Argob, with all Bashan, called the land of the Rephaites. Yair, son of Manasseh, had taken all the district of Argob, as far as the border of the Geshurites and the Maachalites, and called them after his own name, the Bashan of Hawoth Yair, to this day. And to Makir I gave Gilad. And to the Reubenites and the Gadites I gave from Gilad as far as the Wadi Arnon, the middle of the wadi as the border, as far as the Wadi Yabok, the border of the children of Ammon, and the desert plain with the Jordan on the border, from Kinnereth as far as the sea of the Arabah, the salt sea, below the slopes of Pisgah on the east. And I commanded you at that time, saying, Jehovah your Elohim has given you this land to possess. All you sons of might, pass over armed before your brothers, the children of Israel. But yet let your wives and your little ones and your livestock, I know that you have much livestock, stay in your cities which I have given you, until Jehovah has given rest to your brothers as to you, and they also possess the land which Jehovah your Elohim is giving them beyond the Jordan. Then you shall return, each man to his possession, which I have given you. And I commanded Yehoshua at that time, saying, Your eyes have seen all that Jehovah your Elohim has done to these two sovereigns. Jehovah does the same to all the reigns which you are passing over. Do not fear them, for Jehovah your Elohim himself fights for you. Isaiah 1, verses 1 through 27. The vision of Yeshayahu, son of Amoz, which he saw concerning Yehuda and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziyahu, Jotham, Ahaz, Hiskiyahu, sovereigns of Yehuda. Hear, O heavens, and listen, O earth, for Jehovah has spoken. I have reared and brought up children, but they have transgressed against me. An ox knows its owner, and a donkey its master's crib. Israel does not know, my people have not understood. Alas, a sinning nation, a people loaded with crookedness, a seed of evildoers, sons acting corruptly. They have forsaken Yahovah, they have provoked the set-apart one of Israel. They went backward. Why should you be beaten any more? You continue in apostasy. All the head is sick, and all the heart faints. From the sole of the foot to the head, there is no soundness in it. Wounds and bruises and open sores, they have not been closed or bound up, or soothed with ointment. Your land is laid waste, your cities are burned with fire. Strangers devour your land in your presence, and it is laid waste, as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Sion is left as a booth in a vineyard, as a hut in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Unless Jehovah of hosts had left to us a small remnant, we would have become like Sodom. We would have been made like Amorah. Hear the word of Jehovah, you rulers of Sodom. Give ear to the Torah of our Elohim, you people of Amorah. Of what use to me are your many slaughterings, declares Jehovah. I have had enough of burnt offering of rams and the fat of fed beasts. I do not delight in the blood of bulls or of lambs or goats. When you come to appear before me, who has required this from your hand, to trample my courtyards? Stop bringing futile offerings, incense. It is an abomination to me. New moons, Sabbaths, the calling of meetings. I am unable to bear unrighteousness and assembly. My being hates new moons and your appointed times. They are a trouble to me. I am weary of bearing them. And when you spread out your hands, I hide my eyes from you. Even though you make many prayers, I do not hear. Your hands have become filled with blood. Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean. I put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes. Stop doing evil. Learn to do good. Seek right ruling. Reprove the oppressor. Defend the fatherless. Plead for the widow. Come now, and let us reason together, says Jehovah. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be as wool. If you submit and obey, you shall eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you shall be devoured by the sword, for the mouth of Jehovah has spoken. How the steadfast city has become a whore. I have filled it with right ruling, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. Your silver has become dross, your wine is mixed with water. Your rulers are stubborn and companions of thieves. Everyone loves bribes and runs after rewards. They do not defend the fatherless, nor does the cause of the widow reach them. Therefore the Master declares, Jehovah of hosts and Elohim of Israel, I shall be eased of my adversaries, and I shall be avenged of my enemies. And I shall turn my hand against you, and you shall refine your dross as with lye, and remove all your alloy. And I shall give back your judges as at the first, and your counselors as at the beginning. After this you shall be called the city of righteousness, a steadfast city. Sion shall be redeemed with right ruling, and her returning ones with righteousness. Matthew 24, 1 through 22. And going out, Yeshua went away from the set-apart place, and his taught ones came near to point out to him the buildings of the set-apart place. And Yeshua said to them, Do you not see all these? Truly, I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another, at all, which shall not be thrown down. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the taught one came to him separately, saying, Say to us, when shall this be, and what is the sign of your coming, and of the end of the age. And Yeshua answering said to them, Take heed that no one leads you astray. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and they shall lead many astray. And you shall begin to hear of fightings and reports of fightings. See that you are not troubled, for these have to take place, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and reign against reign. And there shall be scarcities of food, and deadly diseases, and earthquakes in places. And all these are the beginnings of birth pains. Then they shall deliver you up to affliction, and kill you. And you shall be hated by all nations, for my name's sake. And then many shall stumble, and they shall deliver up one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise up, and lead many astray. And because of the increase in lawlessness, the love of many shall become cold. But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. And this good news of the reign shall be proclaimed in all the world, as a witness to all the nations, and then the end shall come. So when you see the abomination that lays waste, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, set up in the set-apart place, he who reads, let him understand. Then let those who are in Yehuda flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not come down to take whatever out of his house. And let him who is in the field not turn back to get his garments. And woe to those who are pregnant, and to those who are nursing children in those days. And pray that your flight does not take place in winter or on the Sabbath, for then there shall be great distress, such as not been seen since the beginning of the world until this time, no, nor ever shall be. And if those days were not shortened, no flesh would be saved. But for the sake of the chosen ones, those days will be shortened.